It's the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs grounds here in Lagos. Therefore, some serious talk is in the offing.
I use my camera to look for truth.
The Guardian newspaper has been around for 40 years since its first publication, and to mark the time for that length of work, it's chosen our public lecture. Two topics actually. The first is for the world to respect Africa, and the second presentation is on federalism is the answer. A proudly Nigerian export to Africa and to the world, Dr. Akinwumi additional starts on this note.
Let me be unequivocally very clear. Poverty is not normal. It is abnormal, especially when we have so much resources and when it has been pervasive for so long. And that is why I believe Africa should not become a museum of poverty.
Doing the numbers, 431 million out of the 1.4 billion people living in Africa live under extreme poverty, and that has increased by 84 million people since the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. It is time for poverty accountability for government, according to the lecturer.
Oil and gas, minerals and metals, it is abundantly clear that there is no transparency or very little of it in, and of course on accountability for how we manage these abundant resources. If that trend continues, it will be a disaster for Africa.
Dr. Adesina's lecture stretched out through vaccines and health, electricity, energy transition, natural resource as blessings and not curse, food and agriculture as trajectories of change to help Africa and indeed Nigeria earn global respect.
South Korea moved the GDP per capita that was $350 in 1960s when it got independence to approximately $33,000 in 2023. Now that's the kind of quantum leap that we need rather than attempt to be saying we are dealing with alleviating poverty.
Then to the second lecture. Here's the view of an erudite scholar and the Director General of NIIA.
You need people who understand federalism. You need people who would advocate for it. You need people who would defend it. And that is the role that I see the Guardian papers playing today.
In my opinion, Nigeria is not running as a federation, and we should take models like in the US, where each state should be able to develop accordingly at their own speed, instead of relying on the center in Nigeria and Abuja. There are a lot of minerals and resources and human capacity in each state, and I believe they should run independently to extract the best possibilities that they can get from there.
A well-attended event with guests drawn from old and new staff of the organization, its management, scholars, government officials, friends and others. The warm wishes here by many is for many more successful years for the newspaper organization. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.